Alright, garden update 2014. The middle of August. So everything you see in this video will probably go another 2 months, so we'll get probably twice as big as what you're going to see. Some of the stuff we planted in this garden, we actually planted kind of late, but we still got the potatoes taken off. Some beans starting to go up the lattice. Well, that's this garden. Let's go ahead and go to the front. Alright, the first grow box I want to talk about in this 2014 garden update is this little box that we made to grow some beans up some lattice, and then it is watered off this tool shed by sort of a jerry-rigged gutter with a hose, and that hose just goes right into this grow box. This is the first season that we've had this grow box, and so if you look back at last year's garden update, you probably wouldn't see this. These are scarlet runner beans, and I really like scarlet runner beans because you can eat the flowers, you can eat the leaves, the whole plant, and then you have a bunch of beans, which can be more seeds, or you can eat the beans and they can be food. So beans are pretty great. So there's the first box. Down at the bottom we got some cilantro turned into coriander and a few other things. This box is also new this year. Kind of the same stuff in there. This box is also watered from a rain gutter. Just goes straight into the box. Got a few potted plants. We don't really like to do potted plants. We prefer perennials in the ground, but this sort of decorates these water tanks. We've got 2 big IBC totes, and we've covered it with wood siding so that there's not as much sunlight hitting this. Less chance of growing algae that way. But one thing we're doing that's kind of interesting, got a terracotta wick system coming off of these, going to the plants, and it's totally full. We just had some rain, but that's how we water these plants on top here. These are new this season also, and if you're looking at our last year's garden update, I think that was at the end of August also, I believe we had this grow box. This is its second season, I believe. Got some lavender down here. I really like the nasturtium. You can eat the leaves and the flowers. You can dry the leaves and make a peppery spice out of it. Alright, the next grow box. This is all going to seed and sort of falling over, and the back kind of bare, and that's because we already harvested the garlic from there. Here's our garlic braid that we grew in that box. I made a video on hollyhock blossoms as like a throat lozenge. You might want to check that out, as well as a video on mushroom harvesting. So a couple other videos you might want to look at, but let's stick to the garden update here. This grow bed is new this month actually. Just put it in using some manure and topsoil, transplanted some sunchokes or Jerusalem artichokes, cabbage, a few other greens in there. So that's a new one. Got still the white clover fighting with the dandelion for dominance of the yard, but this grow box, we've had that for a few years, so you can see that in last year's garden update. And primarily trying to get this to be a strawberry patch. Lots of chives are going on in there too, some dill, some oregano. And then all around we've planted tons of trees. They're not very tall, you can hardly see the lilac trees there, but we put some taller ones towards the back. There's our large grow bed in the front. Got some corn, some squash, zucchini, kind of the basic stuff. Tried to keep the amaranth out. Lots of wildflowers going across the fence there. Eaton's penstemon, Rocky Mountain penstemon, some vining plants, lots of hollyhock. But that's pretty much what's going on in the front. Let's go look at some other gardens. Fish waiting to be fed. I'll give you a quick glimpse of everything from this angle. We had this hollyhock's kind of bending over because we had a lot of rain. It got a little too tall at about 7 feet. But all our trees are doing well. Brought in lots of willow, pine trees. There's a pear tree. Kind of interesting. 3 different types of pear tree are grafted onto that tree. More of the lilacs and willows. Got the quail in the gazebo. Should check out our quail videos if you're interested in quail. And let's move around to the back. Lots of things coming up over here. Some trees, gooseberry bush, lilac. Got some peach trees, some willows. Some cool things around the duck pond. Wild geraniums, some strawberry. More fruit trees. Lots of lavender. I mean violet. Let's go look at the gardens over there. Asparagus is new this year. We got some of that in the front as well. Takes a while to get established, but we're trying to make a little bit more of a move towards perennials. Some blackberry and apple trees. Little herb garden there. Some hollyhock coming up. They take 2 years to start to bloom. Lots of yellow squash, zucchini, cucumbers, a little bit of corn. Let's go peek in the greenhouse. Got some cabbages. A couple other things just going to bloom. Some tomatoes going in the back. We didn't do too much with the greenhouse this year. I moved the turkeys to be over by the Raven so they could have more room. We got a little turkey house covered with tin roof. That Raven is stealing Heckle's food.